these guys come up through the ranks because I'm so old. Once again, Noah, Matt Campbell when he was an OC at Toledo, and of course Lance Leipold when he was a coach at Buffalo.
Kansas in the white uniforms, Iowa State here at home in the red. Led by Rocco Becht, third-year starting quarterback for Iowa State. He's thrown for at least 3,000 yards in each of the last 2 seasons. He has been battling injuries for the last month, but a lot of toughness, a lot of grittiness, and really helped him in those final 2 drives against TCU for a come-from-behind win 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and talking to offensive coordinator Taylor Mauser, you know, it's with Rocco Becht, it's really like you have to kind of just protect him from himself. Don't try and win every play or win the game on every play.
Hands it to Carson Hansen, and he bolts through that line for a pickup of 10 on the opening play of the day.
Get the big man pulling over. And this is Ike-Cola wearing number 99, the true freshman. You get a big guy like that pulling across, and defenders get out of the way.
More than 700 yards on the season for Hansen. They swing it out to him here on the pass game as well. They love to get him involved in as many ways as possible as he runs behind that offensive line that has a ton of experience and a wide receiver unit too, Robert, that's really come along the last few weeks.
Yeah, and of course at that right tackle spot, Tyler Miller, tremendous streak.
This is Hansen once more. He's across midfield, picks up another first down on a pickup of 14.
Well, it's all about gap integrity in this Kansas defense. Not getting it done along that front so far early. I mean, credit to this Iowa State offensive line, but you've got some guys moving around, jumping out of gaps, and you just can't play defense that way. Certainly give up those big chunks in the run game.
5 straight games of at least 150 yards on the ground for Iowa State coming in today. Matt Campbell said the run game has been sensational. Give it to Hansen once more. This is his shortest run of the day. Still goes for 4. Productive run on first down before Jalil Hurley makes the stop. 3 runs and 1 pass play to Carson Hansen. He's off the field. Becht slings it near side. That's Ben Bramer, who the defensive coordinator for Kansas, DK McDonald, called the best tight end in the Big 12.
Yeah, certainly a talented player. Not just a tight end through a pass against TCU. It's also the roommate, Rocco Becht. It's always good to get some passes thrown your way.
Room with the quarterback.
Will you be my roommate?
Back to the ground with Hansen squeezing through that offensive line. There is nothing there this time. Kansas defense makes a stand, and it is.
I think they're going to mark him short.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're going for this. This is certainly go territory. They may line Bramer up at quarterback. Well, you see big man, Ike-Cola, coming in. Lining up 99. That's a big fullback at 6'3", 355.
Now he moves out to a tight end spot. Toss. Hansen follows Ike-Cola that way. Stretching left side. He's got the first down. Drive continues on a 4th down conversion for the Cyclones.
Boy, so good with these gap scheme runs. And what I mean by that is getting those extra pullers. You get those extra bodies in front. And as that defense scrapes, you've got extra bodies. And, of course, Hansen, we know what kind of power he has, but also some speed. Nice job bouncing that, picking up the first down.
Abu Saba is the running back in now as Carson Hansen goes out of the game after picking up the first down. It's a direct snap to him. He keeps the football and surges across the 30 to pick up 4.
Well, I love this play calling from Taylor Mauser, the offensive coordinator from Iowa State, really giving this Kansas defense all kinds of headaches. And, of course, if you, as a defensive front, can't be gap sound, if you can't just handle those simple things, you're going to struggle. But certainly using those tight ends and those, it's such a luxury to have tight ends that you can use in these formations because you force defenses into heavier personnels to account for them. Then you split those guys out and they become a mismatch problem.
Sama back-to-back carries. Nothing going there, and it brings up a third down. And yeah, to go along with that point, Robert, DK McDonald, the Kansas defensive coordinator, called this Iowa State offense unique and inventive. And he said they make you have to stop them multiple different ways.
Yeah, and that's an interesting comment coming from DK McDonald.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about him and John Haycock and kind of the genesis of the defense from Iowa State. But DK McDonald, boy, he is one of the more creative defensive minds. He certainly learned a lot from John Haycock, but really come up with a lot of great wrinkles on his own.
Third down, back to looking left the whole way, floats it to the sideline to Bramer. He tiptoes the sideline. It's a first down. 17 more on third down.
Yeah, Ben Bramer, you're going to see him lined up here in the slot, breaking out to that corner route. Lyric Rawls just kind of lets him go by. Thinks that he's going to have some help from a safety. And the safety's a little bit late getting over. Wide open. Easy pitch and catch.
2 catches for Bramer on the drive. Becht is a perfect 3 for 3 to open the day. It's the 11th play of the drive. Hansen hopping through that defense. He's across the 10 before Trey Lathan, Kansas's leading tackler, makes the stop.
Trevor Bohr, the left guard, all the way out on the outside with a block. Hopefully we'll get a chance to take a look at that replay. I think it was Saeed Gibbs who had started the year out at nickel and moved out to that corner spot. He came in and Bohr was blocking him right to the edge of the whistle, as those offensive coaches like to say, but tempers maybe flared a little bit.
2nd and 8. Becht with a rollout left side, drops it off, passes complete to Brett Eskildsen, diving towards the pylon. It's a touchdown. What a way to start the day for Iowa State on a 12-play touchdown drive.
Well, this is a great play call here. You're going to see Eskildsen come all the way across the formation, and you know, defenses work on numbering systems, and when you see 1 and 2 lined up on one side and number 3 comes all the way blind from the backside, it's difficult for the defense to get over in time and get the coverage. Really just a textbook drive play calling from offensive coordinator Taylor Mauser. A little bit of everything on that one.
8 run plays, 4 pass plays. Rocco Becht was a perfect 4 for 4, 35 yards and a touchdown. Brett Eskildsen's 4th touchdown catch of the season, and you said it, as flawless of a start as you could ask for Iowa State on Senior Day. Kyle Konrardy's extra point is there. 7-0 Iowa State. First drive of the game at home. They get on the board early on a Saturday morning. Here on FS1. Hope you got your coffee or settled in. Maybe a different kind of beverage if you're getting an early start. That's fine too.
We don't judge.
Yeah, not at all. Squib kick picked up at the 19, and it's a short return to the 25 as Emmanuel Henderson is dropped after just 6 yards.
Even through the time when Jason Bean was a quarterback, he was his biggest fan, just wants to see this team win.
Daniel Highshaw, who is 80 yards shy of 2,000 in his career, picks up about 3 to begin the day.
Williams and Highshaw.
Empty backfield. Daniel's first pass, he slips it out to Cam Pickett, the Ball State transfer, and is wrapped up immediately. Iowa State defense that it forces a third down, then trying to get a 3 and out to begin the day.
Quintessential nose guard, 2 gap in, impossible to move.
5 wide receivers on third down. It's caught. Levi Wentz moves the chains, and a silencer here for this Jack Trice.
I think it makes you a little bit more conservative with your play call.
Play action over the middle. It was a little bit behind his intended target, which is maybe a good sign.
On that first drive makes you want to take a little more chance as a quarterback. Got to settle down.
Highshaw, patient run, follows a block, slips through the defense down to the 44. He picks up 5, maybe 6. Already 1 conversion on 3rd and 4 this drive for Kansas. They'll try to do it again. Daniels sets, fires, incomplete. Batted away by Quentin Taylor to force fourth down.
Of football, you see some combo coverages, so you'll see some man on one side, you'll see zone on another side. We'll get into the evolution of this 3-3-5 defense and the different looks that you can get out of it, but he's like a mad scientist. He's been at this, for 44 years. He's seen it all, and he's...
Oh, high snap over the head of Finn Lappin, the punter. Picks it up at the 10. He is going to get it away on a low line drive punt that does take a really, really nice Kansas hop. What could have been a nightmare ends up not being all that bad at all. This close to a disaster. Finn Lappin able to get the football away, and Iowa State with the ball next. State showed us a mixture of everything on that opening drive. 12 plays led to a touchdown.
And they certainly mixed up the play calling, and this is what Taylor Mauser, the offensive coordinator, likes to do. And of course, we've seen this from Matt Campbell from a long time. Loves those multiple tight end sets, mixing up the run and the pass.
Got 40 total yards from the running back Carson Hansen on that first drive, and they give him the football here as he plows down to the 30 for a short gain on the first play of the drive.
Way too many guys out of gaps on that first drive.
Becht has protection, takes the check down near the 40. It's a first down. Carson Hansen shows us again he can be involved in a variety of ways.
About his message to Rocco Becht: don't try and win the game on every play. Don't be afraid to take those checkdowns.
Just 9 completions against TCU 2 weeks ago. He already has 5 in the first quarter. Get it to Hansen. Another short run, and Kansas's defense much stouter to start this drive than they were in the opening drive. 800 rushing yards on the year.
The first Iowa State back to do that since Breece Hall about 4 or 5 years ago.
One more touch for him as he ducks his head down to the 45. And those are the kind of plays you really like, too. Instead of a 3rd and long, you've got a 3rd and much more manageable. This is the #1 team in the Big 12 in 3rd and fewest yards to go on average this season. Hansen out of the backfield in the pass game, tiptoeing the sideline for a first down.
Man-to-man coverage, and so tough for linebackers to match up. Backs into the flat. Rocco Becht knew that was the option he wanted to go with very quickly. Gets the ball to him, picks it up.
All 5 plays on this drive have gone to Carson Hansen. 2 pass plays. Abu Sama comes into the game as the running back, and a flag is thrown.
I call it disconcerting signal.
Offside. Number 9, defense, entering the zone and causing a reaction. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Numbers.
Becht scans, steps up, steps it over the middle, and it's picked off. Bengali Kamara with his first interception of the season, and then a late flag at the end as well.
It's the guilty
Before
party.
the interception, holding. Number 2, defense.
Nope.
10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
It's wiped away. That's Lyric Rolls.
Oh, yeah. Clear grab right there.
Got it.
I'm not a Texas guy. I live in Texas. Big difference.
Sama following the block. Nothing opened up there. No gain. Team in tackles for loss. He makes a living in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Becht has time. Snaps it to the sideline. It's pulled in just shy of the 20 by Brett Eskildsen, who had the touchdown on the opening drive.
There's a space there on the outside, and Rocco Becht, he's got the green light, and Eskildsen, all kinds of space. You see something like that, you know that you're going to take advantage of it. Out of Hawaii.
They did give him the first down, by the way. Keep the football on the ground with Carson Hansen as he is twisted to the ground after no gain by Austin Alexander. 2nd and 9. Becht completes. He stays perfect. 8 for 8 today. It's Brett Eskildsen inside the 5. 17 more yards through the air.
Boy, tremendous feel for the zone from Eskildsen. Rocco Becht throwing on time with anticipation and accuracy, and that's what Taylor Mauser, the offensive coordinator, talks about. with Rocco Becht. May not have been 100% over the last few weeks, much more healthy after the bye.
All Iowa State 7-0 and on the verge of another touchdown as we head to the second quarter on FS1. They're already up 7-0 and at the start of the second quarter inside the 5 with a chance to take a 2-touchdown lead. This is Hansen to the right side, leaping towards the pylon or to the goal line. It's a touchdown.
Well, I like the action here in the backfield to go with the reverse out by Rocco Becht. Then that inside hand off.
Kyle Konrardy on the extra point is straight down the middle. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Iowa State is rolling 14-0 just 4 seconds into the second quarter. 12 plays that went for a score, and it is already 14-0 just 4 seconds in to the second quarter. Usually something that Kansas dominates. They're top 5 in the Big 12, but just 3 minutes in that first quarter. Swings it out, Emmanuel Henderson, the Alabama transfer, stays in bounds, and then he got pummeled out of bounds near the 40.
And a very disciplined routine, but a heck of a player.
Yeah, said he never expects anything handed to him. He has earned all of it. Le'Shawn Williams bursting through that seam across midfield. A couple big plays.
The edge. Offenses are going to exploit that.
Daniels keeps it after faking to Williams, and he's tripped up at the 45 for 3 yards.
Having those 3 safeties, they fit the run a lot of different ways.
Sprays it out to Cam Pickett. He receives a block from one of his fellow wide receivers, and he curls around the corner for a first down.
Yes.
Daniels holds on to it, runs into a wall, spins away, reverses field, cuts up the middle, somehow made something out of that play as he picks up 6. The 3rd-string quarterback. Daniel Highshaw bouncing off the tackle, and he's ripped down at the 24. That is where the first down marker is.
The depth you have, guys that can rotate in.
Daniels flips it out. It's caught by Bowden Gruen, the tight end. He's inside the 20. What a year the tight end has had for Kansas.
Both of those guys injured.
Fake to Highshaw, throw over the middle, and a crushing hit. Applied by Trey Bell, the cornerback.
Well, he puts it on him. He's trying to get Levi Wentz on this. Looks like it bounces off of his helmet. Been learning the defense and running meetings at the same time. Always in the right place.
Play is blown dead ahead of the snap.
False start. Number 70, offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And it's 4-down territory for you, down 14-0.
It'll be a pass for Daniels. Throws on the run, floating it to the end zone, batted away. Wanted Cam Pickett, but great coverage downfield from David Coffey. Kansas has to settle for 3 potentially. This is a 41-yard attempt for Laith Marjan, who's hit from as deep as 55 this season. To try to put Kansas on the board. Might have gotten tipped. It's short. It was a high snap. Altered the ability for Marjan, and Kansas still with no points. Trying to get on the board, but a high snap and potentially tipped as well. We're not able to recover from it.
And of course, snapper having a tough day.
Yeah.
One over the punter's head.
Toss to Carson Hansen to open up this drive. He was able to run free on the first drive, but the last 2 drives, Robert, this Kansas defense has been pretty suffocating in the run game.
Hands, he's just a sophomore.
2nd and long. Becht snaps it over the middle. It's caught for a first down. Eli Green, the North Dakota State transfer, picks up 19, and Rocco Becht has gone over 9,000 career passing yards.
Well, I just love the confidence and the poise of Rocco Becht because they're going to bring the blitz, and he understands if you throw into the blitz, you're going to have an opening, a void over there that you're going to be able to exploit. Nice calm delivery to his receiver, Eli Green.
Third most passing yards in school history, only behind Brock Purdy and Brett Meyer. This time he hands the football off. It's Carson Hansen cutting left side, and he slips down on his own inside the 45. He picks up 15.
Of Carson Hansen, but I want you to watch the vision and the way that he works this all the way back to the outside.
First down. Becht, quick on the trigger, caught. Eskildsen planted right away by Saeed Gibbs.
Targeting call the week before, but always around the football.
Misdirection. Sama tried to hop away from one, but he is dropped in the backfield for a loss of 2.
Great job with tackles for loss this season.
And Iowa State got him to jump too on a 3rd and 7.
They've got them.
Offside. On the defense, the nose guard into the zone. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And that's the inexcusable one right there from Kansas.
Bramer, the tight end, with a direct snap, and there was nothing happening there. Kansas's defense sniffs that out perfectly.
Everything the same way, because if they're not matched up on the right guys, you're going to get free runners, and then you get those tackles for loss. And talk about Kansas, they've been doing that all year long.
55-yard attempt for Kyle Konrardy, who's hit one from 63 this season. He got it. 3rd made field goal of 50-plus this season for the Iowa State kicker. 17-0 Cyclones in the first half. Ups and downs for Iowa State. They began the year 5-0, ranked in the top 15 in the country, but some injuries really harmed them in the middle of the season. It led to 4 straight losses in Big 12 play. Finally got back on track 2 weeks ago against TCU before the bye, and they've come out of the gates today, Robert, and have looked great in every facet, up 17-0.
Yeah, they really have looked explosive offensively and defensively. Back to it.
This is Emmanuel Henderson. He has a 94-yard kickoff return for a touchdown this season, but this one goes for just 20 yards, and the drive starts at the 21.
Injuries in one position group, defensive back. It's really tough to replace all those guys.
Daniels fakes once, rolls left, has a lot of space in front of him, tucks the football, follows a block, and he gets crushed out of bounds just shy of the 30. Picks up 6 on the first play. Hand the football off. Highshaw finally wrestled to the ground at the 30. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Into the front.
Need just 1 yard. Gruen in motion. Hand off. Highshaw. Got it. Second effort might have helped him too. He was hit right at the line to gain, but the push gives him an extra yard.
Backer, but he can also cover guys on the back end.
Daniels holds on to it, has to get rid of it on the near sideline. That's past the extension of Cam Pickett.
Don't set their feet. Don't throw with good mechanics. Sometimes those throws are just going to be off.
2nd and long. He does complete a pass here. It's the tight end, Bowden Gruen, who's clipped down immediately after 4 yards. Daniels lets it rip down the seam. Incomplete.
On the way that the defense is playing you, what kind of technique they're using, looked like the receiver didn't look really enough.
Finn Lappin with the punt. Hayden Flora cannot squeeze away from the defender. He gets dropped immediately.
Full house backfield here, and they shift to a regular eye.
Toss to Hansen. Able to squeeze right through that defense as he's clipped down across the 25.
You know, always a smile on his face, but he just always wants the football.
He gets it one more time, charges down near the 30 to bring up 3rd and short. One more for Hansen, 3rd consecutive carry to open this drive. He's stacked up by Bengali Kamara. It is a first down.
They would knock their own mother out on the field like, look, that's what the play called for. I had to do it.
Well, I'm going to try to avoid being knocked out by Robert in this 2-minute timeout. Cyclones up 17-0. 2 minutes left before halftime. Iowa State up 17, trying to add to the lead. That's Abu Sama who gets stopped on a first down carry of just 1 yard. This will get the football to start the 3rd quarter, but you got to think they want to try to get some kind of points before the halftime, but it's already down to 120. That's batted up the line of scrimmage. Oh, nearly Wow.
More importantly, he's a heck of a player. Great athleticism for a big guy.
It was Rocco Becht's first incompletion today, by the way. Now he tosses it to Carson Hansen, charging down the sideline, cuts back up the middle, and he's wrapped up inside the 45 on an explosive run.
Ames Neal, 6'6", 325 pounds, downfield. Look at the big Neal throwing that last block.
That last one went for 25. This one goes for -2. DJ Withers into the backfield for Kansas. Becht floating it into one-on-one coverage on the far sideline. Incomplete. No flag thrown. Was looking for Dominic Overby.
Guys locked up here on the outside, and Gibbs, he was looking back for the flag. He thought he was going to see a flag for sure on that.
Yeah.
He's like, I think I grabbed him. I don't know if they saw it, but I definitely grabbed him.
Becht batted away. Trey Lathan, the linebacker, swats the football down. He's hoping to see the field goal kicker, Kyle Konrardy, who's hit from 63, but they're not risking anything here. They want to pin Kansas down inside the 10, but they won't be able to.
Smart kids. Yeah. Smart kids. Georgia Tech and Virginia, they want to win it.
Sean Williams picks up a couple. That's a great question, Mike. We'll tune in about 13 seconds. You'll tell us who you think will win the ACC.
You think we're going to get over there that fast? 13 seconds. Yeah. That's awfully fast.
Yeah, we'll hustle.
Well, it's the end of the game and then the break.
For the first time all season, Kansas has been shut out in the first half as Iowa State takes a 3-score lead. Start of the third quarter. Emmanuel Henderson lets that fly out of bounds. And so there you go. You talked about missed opportunities. Eligibility on the line. One win away from going to a bowl game for the third time in 4 years as Kansas. This is Daniel Highshaw with a cut up the middle and lowers the shoulder. Gets a second push. Continuing down to the 44. Could have went for about 3. Instead it ends up being 9 on the first play.
Likes to play a little bit soft on the back end.
They will hand it off to Highshaw. He's got the first down and an explosive run. Physical inside the 35 before he's finally stacked up. On those first 2 carries for Daniel Highshaw after he had just 19 at halftime. Daniels launches into one-on-one coverage to Levi Wentz, who reels it in inside the 5.
Side, no help over the top.
This is Williams on the ground, right up the middle. It's a touchdown. What a start in this second half for the Jayhawks.
Come out with a physical attitude.
Shut out in the first half for the first time all season, but less than 2 minutes into the third quarter, a 4-play quick touch moments ago.
Couldn't have drawn up a start to the half any better.
All it took was 4 plays to go 65 yards and score a touchdown.
Game second most drops out of that wide receiver and tight end position in the Big 12. Pretty much caught everything.
Becht fakes the toss. He's being chased down by Blake Harold. Gets rid of it on the sideline. It's a first down to Brett Eskildsen.
Rocco Becht, and one of the things that makes him so special is just his poise. He's got a big defensive lineman, Blake Harold, chasing you down, and even on the move like that, off-platform throw, not able to set his feet.
In career passing yards today, just the 3rd Cyclone quarterback to ever do that. Well, what do you know? Both sides are pointing to each other here.
Ball start. Number 63, offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
1st and 15 now for Iowa State. Give to Carson Hansen, stretching to the right. There is a flag thrown on the play on just a short pickup for Hansen.
Holding. Number 51, offense. 10-yard penalty. 3-play first down.
Well, this happens so many times when you get the runs to the outside like that. And defender is going to escape. This is Brendan Black right here. And as a defender's trying to escape to get to Hansen, just doesn't let go in time. Looked like Justice Finkley.
After a penalty-free first half, they've committed 2 on the first 2 plays. That's flared out to Carson Hansen, his 4th catch out of the backfield, and he gets a lot of that penalty yardage back out to the 33 for 11 yards. And he's down on the ground. That is not what you want to see as he was pounding his fist into the grass.
Injured and off the field, not putting a lot of weight on that right leg.
So he checks out the game. Rocco Becht trying to escape pressure, and he is dropped in the backfield by Trey Lathan. 3rd and long coming up for Iowa State.
This is to get a free runner.
It's a 3rd and 11. Becht scans, fires, one-on-one coverage on the sideline. It's pulled in. Chase Sowell reels it in on a 3rd and long.
Well, they brought the pressure, but Rocco Becht able to stay poised and deliver a strike downfield, and we're going to see Saeed Gibbs once again on the coverage, but no defense for a perfectly thrown ball. Nice job by Becht getting that thing on the outside.
They go tempo. First carry for Dylan Lee is dropped after just a pickup of 1.
Worst, or at its worst, you need to be at your best, and just the toughest guy on the team.
Second down, it's a handoff to Abu Sama, charging down to the 22. He makes it 3rd and short. It's Trey Lathan who's in on his 2nd play of this drive.
Excellent burst. Maybe not the power that you see from Hansen.
2nd straight time they hand him the football, and he's a little bit short. It's 4th down coming up in about 2 yards. Becht fakes the handoff, floats it to the end zone. Touchdown, Brett Eskildsen, 2nd of the day.
A great play call from Taylor Mauser, the offensive coordinator, but tremendous execution. Watch, you're going to make it look like he's going to block. Make it look like a run, so he moves to the center of the field, and then he heads back to the outside.
21-yard touchdown pass from Becht to Eskildsen, and Iowa State with a quick response to go back up 17. 2nd touchdown of the day for Eskildsen. Cyclones rolling early 3rd.
Turn it into a route.
What about running backs? Are you guys good actors?
Good actors, smart, good looking.
I asked the wrong question, didn't I? Emmanuel Henderson flips it over to Cam Pickett as he's running left side. What a play on the kickoff return, and just shy of the 40 is where the Jayhawks will start this drive.
To these offense, you see a lot of shifts, trades, motions.
A lot of time for Daniels, slings it down the seam to Bowden Gruen, his tight end, and he is upended inside the 30.
Down the field, we'll get to this next one.
Zips it to the sideline, that is nearly intercepted.
You're late. A lot of offensive coaches will tell their quarterbacks, almost a pick for Van Dinter right there, and Jalen never saw him.
Capped by Daniels, receives a block, hops over it, and spins away from a tackler down to the 21. He picks up 7.
It's hard to say. We'll take a look at this on the replay.
Empty backfield for him on a 3rd and 3, just outside of the red zone. Ballard runs right, stops, hit as he throws to the end zone for a touchdown. Bowden Gruen with the catch. Cole Ballard's first toss of the day is for 6.
Point here. You know what an extra point does?
Makes it a 10-point game.
Players and say, hey, what are the 4 or 5 plays that we have got to get in? That was one of those plays right there. But I just love the combination because you get the pre-snap movement, getting the defense thinking about, okay, well, we need to shift here. We need to change our responsibility there. You distract them, get them flat-footed, and get behind them.
This is a short kickoff. It bounces in front of Aiden Flora, who picks it up at the 15 and has space to this near sideline, bends it around the perimeter, and he's tackled from behind at the 40.
Boy, Aiden Flora, big punt return, touchdown against TCU, and they said he's the fastest guy on the team. You can see him using that speed right there. former walk-on.
Great starting field position across the 40, up by 10, trying to respond after a Kansas touchdown. And this is Sama who charges out to the 46, give him 5 on the first play.
They want to grind here.
Keep it on the ground with Sama, and he is stacked up after a 1-yard gain. The touches in the last drive or so. He has one more, lowers the shoulder, continues to plow across midfield, and that second effort gives him the first down. Keep it on the ground. Sama stretching right side, escapes one tackle, stiff arms a defender, stays up. Taylor Mauser, the offensive coordinator, called him the lightning running back, but I'm seeing more thunder the last couple runs.
Ooh, like Janet Jackson. Little nasty, too, on the outside. You get that speed, you get the explosion, and then you get this.
Get off him.
You ain't making that play.
Becht gives it to him for a 5th consecutive time, and that Kansas defense was swarming in the backfield for a loss of 2.
Or excuse me, Coca-Cola.
Carson Hansen, the running back, is back in the game as Becht snaps it to the near sideline. So well breaks a tackle. First down across the 20 before he's finally ushered out of bounds by Jalil Hurley.
Well, there are a lot of ways to make explosive plays. The best way to do it? Rise up, make plays by breaking tackles, and that's exactly what Sowell does right there.
24 yards to keep the drive going. It's a first down. This is Lee. Cannot bounce away, and he is swung to the ground all the way back to the 25. It's a loss of 5. I've already seen 21 combined points in this third quarter. And Matt Campbell has to take his second timeout of this third quarter. I don't know if you guys are allowed to talk to each other next week. We'll see. Becht lets it rip over the middle. That was deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Konrardy, but get a little bit closer here. Maybe convert it.
3rd and 15. Handoff. Aiden for right up the middle. He stopped just shy. His first carry goes for a big chunk of 13 yards, and now there's a decision to make.
Well, what I love about the run is the decision to get vertical. He's got the speed, but he doesn't try to go to the outside, plants that foot, gets vertical. But not enough for the first down. Then go ahead and kick this one. No?
No, I think offense staying on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Carson Hansen, the running back, is back in the game. He went down at the beginning of last drive. Came in for one play this drive to block on a pass play. Becht, wide open man, it's a touchdown. Ben Bramer, the tight end, leaks out for the score.
Well, nothing fancy about this one. Bramer's going to be lined up on the right side of the formation, and he's just going to sneak right up the field, be wide open. Nobody goes with him. It's great for these Cyclone fans to see Bramer, who that Arizona State game got carted off. Scary scene there. Good to see him back in this offense, and good to be the roommate of the starting quarterback. Say, hey, coach, what plays do you like? The ones that go to my roommate.
Team leading 6th touchdown catch of the season for Ben Bramer. We've seen 28 points combined in this third quarter, and it's Iowa State back in front by 3 scores.
Great answers from this Cyclone offense. You called it, partner, and even with some of the changes, we've seen the injuries on the defensive side of the ball, now injuries on the offensive side of the ball, and resilient weather storms. Good.
Hands the football off to Le'Shawn Williams, bursts through the crease, lowers the shoulder, and he pummels his way down just shy of midfield. Who has had some big strike plays in this third quarter. Fake the option. Daniels, lots of time, scans, now tucks it, activates the legs, and he is out of bounds after just 1 yard.
Not able to find anybody.
Daniel Highshaw straight up the gut, and he is stopped immediately.
8 back. Which is what you see here.
Flares it out to the near sideline. It's reeled in. That is Cam Pickett, who is about 3 yards shy. It's a 4th down as it brings us to the end of the third quarter. 4th down, Kansas offense stays on the field, down 3 scores at the beginning of the 4th. Daniels takes off, uses the legs. He is short. About a yard shy of the marker, and Iowa State's defense stands strong with a turnover on downs.
Boy, you wonder, just this little slip that you're going to see from Jalen Daniels right about here as he's coming up into the line right there. Just not able to get a big cut out of it. But a nice job, Caleb Bacon and crew. 3-back formation before, and we've seen these guys shift out of it. We'll see if they stay in it. They do.
Handoff. This is Carson Hansen, and he is stacked up for a loss of 2 back to the 40.
To get to the ball carrier before those big fullbacks could do any damage.
Sama with a cut to the left. Abu Sama stretches outside before he's escorted out of bounds across the 50 and into Kansas territory.
Sama's like, let me show you, man. Little cut right here to the outside. Sama gets all the way up into the line of scrimmage. Makes that quick move. Got that nasty stiff arm too, man. Seen that a couple of times. Or when they truck somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sama, a second straight carry, and he is spun to the ground. Does pick up about 3 more here on the first down carry.
We'll get back to more details on that, but they've got that mentality to teach the details of the positions.
Sama again follows a block from his offensive lineman, and it is the 6th straight game that Iowa State has run for at least 150 yards. 4 carries in a row for Sama. He's got the first down, and he's planted just across the 35. Moves the chains after 4 more yards. It's here in the second half.
Got Tyler Moore out here. They bring him back into the formation.
Sama again, another great run. Just tackled at the ankles at the 28 for 6 more. It's Lyric Rawls who makes the stop. The running back has carried it on 6 consecutive plays. It's a pass play, this time on a slant over the middle that's knocked away by DJ Graham. Trying to keep the drive alive. It's a handoff to Sama, stretching right side, and it's Trey Lathan that runs him out of bounds. 5 yards here. And before the play, timeout taken by Iowa State. That is the final timeout the Cyclones have.
Timeout.
What a day for Rocco Becht today. He's thrown nearly as many touchdowns as he has incompletions. A 3-touchdown day, and it really started from the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, and really just kind of every throw that you can think of. Thrown with poise, setting his feet, hitting the top of his drop.
We'll keep the offense on the field here on a 4th and 5. Well, Becht scans over the middle of the field, takes off, and he is dropped. Justice Finkley with the sack forces a turnover on downs, and there is a little bit of life for the Kansas Jayhawks.
In here with 10:05, and Kansas has the ball.
Jalen Daniels in this offense got to make something happen, down 3 scores. He uses the legs and makes the wise decision to duck out of bounds after a gain of just a couple.
Produce some fairly quick points because defensively they have not been able to stop Iowa State.
Lets it zip to the sideline. That's caught. Keaton Quebecca's first catch of the day is just shy of the marker.
I don't think he's scared to run it if he needs to.
Into the flat, it's caught, it's a first down. Cam Pickett moves the chains.
Tempo, you got to have some urgency about you.
Lets it rip to the sideline, right through the hands of Emmanuel Henderson, the top target.
State consistently on the defensive side.
Daniels with time over the middle, and that is just over his intended target, Leighton Cure, but there are multiple flags thrown on the play.
Interference. Number 31, defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
For Iowa State, who's played such a clean game. Daniels, quick throw, caught, Levi wins, first down.
If you score, you need 3 scores, and you need to be able to stop Iowa State.
Towards the end zone to Levi Wentz, who got a hand on it, but Trey Bell had nice one-on-one coverage, and then they get tangled up at the end of the play. Second and long. Unloads to the sideline. Keaton Quebeca falling to the ground. It's another first down for Kansas. Supposed to have the start of the season. Learning as he goes, but has put together such a nice season as a defensive back. Daniels is crushed out of bounds near the 10.
Bacon comes up and says, "Welcome, my friend." Like, you're going to get out of bounds? Get out of bounds. Don't play around with it. He should know. He already took one of those big shots earlier.
He's an ending injury, but he's been fantastic this year for the Cyclones. Second down. Delivers over the middle. Pass is picked off. Marcus Neal with the interception for Iowa State at the goal line. Kansas's first turnover in the last 3 games is a costly one. And the Shark does it again.
Well, they talk about how physical Marcus Neal is inside the box. But with the power of his own eyes, he's able to get that ball back for the Cyclones. Up 31-14. Yeah, welcome back to Ames, Iowa. Cyclones get the ball back, courtesy of Marcus Neal's interception here. And this is the importance of confirming coverage post-snap. And why, as a defensive coordinator, you like having those zone eyes with the eyes back to the quarterback. Marcus Neal gets the interception, his second of the season.
Kansas had the football in the red zone, trying to bring it down to a 2-score game, but instead, Marcus Neal, who they call the Shark, forces the turnover, and Iowa State's got it up 17.
Come forward, but what a great story. Marcus got an extra tooth apparently.
Carson Hansen, he's taken a chunk out of this Kansas defense just like he has everybody else the last month.
That's a lot of man right there.
Still running to that left side. Hansen's got the first down, stretching to the edge, and a shoestring tackle just saved what might have been a touchdown. That's Devin Dye, but another 14 yards for Hansen.
Well, they don't set the edge on this side of the defense. Nice job of the combo block between Neal and Bohr on the left side of that line. Nobody able to scrape and make the play from the linebacker level.
5 100-yard games for Hansen, including each of the last 4, and he even missed a couple drives with an injury earlier today. They go to Sama. He's been really good today, but he has swung backwards after just a 1-yard pickup by Leroy Harris.
Defensive side of the ball and the inconsistencies, especially with pass catching on offense, hasn't been what they wanted it to be.
Becht fakes the handoff, sets the feet, delivers a strike. It's a first down. Iowa State is into Kansas territory as they continue to chew the clock.
He's going to have a receiver an opportunity to throw that ball downfield. Made a nice completion.
Dylan Lee stacked up immediately. You had mentioned the start. It was a 5-0 beginning for Iowa State, but they lost 4 consecutive games in Big 12 play, battling injury after injury with some adversity. But Matt Campbell told you and I earlier this week that this is some of the most fun he's had coaching a team, has been this team that's fought through that adversity.
And to see those guys persevere, it's the greatest thing in the world.
Play action, Becht floats it over the top. It's caught. And that's Tyler Moore. Third down coming up. Potential college football playoff spot. So it will not be easy next week, but Kansas still has the chance for bowl eligibility. This is Dylan Lee, who is tackled after a loss of 1, brings up 4th down.
People kind of get tired. They think it's cliche here and on the outside, but about the process.
Aiden Flora, big run for Aiden Flora. His first touchdown is the exclamation point on the day for the Cyclones.
to his right, you're going to see it right in the hole as a safety, or it might be Saeed Gibbs coming up to make that tackle, and Gibbs just doesn't step in front of him. We know about the speed, but that little move by Flora back to the inside and the little dance at the end there. Did that dance at halftime. I was wondering what that was.
I was trying to teach you something. Third Iowa State touchdown on 4th down today. There is a flag ahead of this extra point try, so we'll see if it sticks or not.
Illegal substitution, 12 players on the defense. The penalty is declined. The try is good.
Aiden Flora's first rushing touchdown, had the punt return touchdown to help really win the game last week or 2 weeks ago before the bye week against TCU. It puts a cap on this day with a long touchdown run to make it 38-14, and Matt Campbell's team hugs all around. Senior day is a happy day here in Ames, Iowa.
Yeah, Flora, a rising star. His brother was a wrestler here at Iowa State. That's doing something. You're wrestling in this program.
No kidding. That sideline. Think they're happy about a win today?
The senior day too, man. Yeah. So special for those guys. And you know, it's really hard to express just how tight locker rooms are, especially guys that have been around the program, and what that relationship means for the coach and the player. Senior day means something.
Squib kick picked up. Kansas at the 40-yard line. They've got 103 and all 3 timeouts. There are some people tuned in to the very end of this one for some reasons.
People in the desert? 2 carries, 51 yards for Florida.
With a touchdown, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. So Carson Hansen goes out for a couple of plays, a little bit banged up. It's like, that's what happens in running back rooms, man. You get a lot of competition. Other guys make plays. It really inspires other people. And
Cole Ballard, the backup quarterback, is in the game. He completes a pass to Bowden Gruen, the tight end.
It can scare you for missing time. Like, you're a little bit banged up. You're like, I'm a little bit banged up, but I'm not that banged up. I don't need somebody else stealing my carries.
Ballard fires to the sideline.
Just a little short. I think it hit the ground.
Oh, they're saying it's a completion. I don't know. Finally, one of the officials from the other side of the field says no, it hit the ground.
Yeah. When the receiver throws the ball up in the air like that afterwards, trying to convince people that he did catch it, my initial thought is that he didn't catch it, but he may have gotten it.
That was closer than I thought.
Yeah, he got those fingers under just in time.
But say incomplete, second down.
Yeah.
Ballard drops it off over the middle. Bryson Canty slides to the ground just inside the 45.
Canty, the transfer from Columbia, all Ivy a year ago.
Smart kid. Cole Ballard with the legs. Has a touchdown pass already today. The backup quarterback, he picks up a first down on the ground here. With 15 seconds to go, and the clock stops momentarily, moving the chains.
Yeah, and you don't want to put any more hits on Jalen Daniels than you need him for that game against Utah. Last chance to get bowl eligible.
Lofting it to the sideline near the goal line, and it just falls incomplete. He was looking for Bryson Canty. Nice
throw here. He gives this guy a chance. Canty just trying to fight back, and Canty actually has to play a little bit of defense on that. Soul in the coverage.
Every play matters. 6 seconds to go. Ballard launches towards the goal line, just broken up. Ben Nagoy bats it away on the final play of the day and saves some people.
Saved some people, made some people mad. There's always two sides to those things.
Matt Campbell and company moved to 7-4 back-to-back wins after they went on that 4-game losing streak at one point. I mean, and from the word go today, Robert, this is an Iowa State team that looked great on both sides of the football.
Yeah, they certainly did. You could just tell the mentality of this team. And this is kind of the way that this team is built. A team that wants to go multiple tight ends, wants to be physical, wants to play smash mouth football. We saw that earlier. And then, of course, on the defensive side of the ball, John Haycock, one of the best defensive coordinators in the country. A lot of new faces, same results.
How about them Cyclones? Yeah! Damn right, baby.